you have 18 months before the game change forever. At the moment, we have an AI that is capable in the right hand to augment our abilities. In 18 months, we're going to have an AI that is going to start to be able to replace us. Okay, replace maybe some simple task, but we are going to have an AI that we can trust on those tasks. And that is the major thing. Okay, an AI that is capable of learning and improving itself on that specific task. That is the beginning. Okay, that is the beginning of the curve that change and go in extremely, really exponential. We're gonna see now. We are, even though AI is doing an incredible thing and is getting better and better, really, really fast. But this is still the quiet moment. It's the quiet moment because it's like I said, this is just augmenting us. So we as an individual, we feel it. As a society, we still don't see the impact of it. As an individual, we see that I can do more than I can do before. I can do things that are better. So I go basically better, faster, and deeper, and so on. But the moment that AI can work by itself, that moment change everything. Okay, it's the moment that the curve doesn't look flat anymore. It looks like it's going up. Okay, and the feeling is going to be like a fear and it's going to change, it's going to go insane, but it's still at the beginning of going up. It's a moment that you can see the curve. It's actually going up, but will require time. So don't panic. But we need to prepare for this. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about how to prepare for that moment, what we should do. Because when this thing happens, a lot of things will change. So there is a lot to talk, and I'm sure I'm going to get lost several times because there is honestly a lot to cover in this video. So first, I want to remove this kind of binary thinking that we have in this AI narrative. Okay, there is a lot of people that is extremely pro AI, see only the positive side of it, want to automate everything, can wait that we have this AGI and so on. Then there are other people on the other side that say, okay, AI is removing our cognitive sovereignty. It's dangerous because it makes us stupid and so on. Okay, I'm trying to be the one person that it looks at the pro and cons of this technology. I'm fully aware of the risks, and the risks are huge. And you understand the risk only when you use it, because otherwise, what you do, you are kind of you are a theory in your mind of what are the risks, but you haven't touched the fire. Okay, and I've been working with AI for the last 3 years, every day on everything. Okay, because I wanted to learn. And I'm not just touching the fire and getting burned and thinking how to improve and so on. I also analyze myself, what is happening to me while working with AI. And that is major, is extremely important elements to not just understanding the technology, but understanding how the technology affects us. So in this channel, that's what we're talking, so like and subscribe. But so why there are two narratives? What I want to say is we need to learn to understand that there is pro and cons. Okay, there is not just black and white, and that also means in this the narrative at the moment it is cognitive sovereignty. Okay, I'm one of the people that actually push this narrative. Okay, we need to be sovereign in a moment that AI trying to control and take space out of us. Okay, it's I mean, if you've been using AI, if you're here, you give a fragile idea to AI give you this final product, and therefore now you lost the art of building, of thinking and processing and so on. So that is the risk. Okay, we need to stay in control of the part, and we do it by learning how to use AI correctly. Okay, so sorry, the last thing I want to say that is it's not about it's about seeing pro and cons, but it's about understanding this sovereignty, cognitive sovereignty it's not about 100% on everything. Okay, we don't need to be extremist. We need to understand that sometimes it's okay that AI does something for me without me thinking. Okay, that is fine. It's not about 100%. It's about be in control of this. Okay, I can delegate this 5%. I can delegate this 20%. I can do this while I do does this other. Okay, it's fine as long as I'm in control. As long as I understand the process and everything. I'm saying this because the trap is to think you need to control everything and therefore you can't touch basically AI. And if you can't touch AI, you're gonna become a fossil, a digital fossil, because the world, the AI is here, it's not gonna go away, it's gonna be injected in everything. You need to know how to use it, how to protect yourself, how to customize it, and how to leverage this new technology. So now we can start talking about learning how to use AI. So I'm gonna be fast because there's a lot of video on this channel about how to do it. But for those that, just to make it clear what I mean by learning to use AI, I mean it's not about just prompting AI. It is about architecting the right AI for you. Because at the moment, like I said, we have an AI that can augment us. And each one of us need to be augmented in a different way. So you need to build an AI that can perfectly work for you. And I cannot build it for you. You cannot build it for someone else. Each one of us needs to know how to build this AI. And crazy enough, likely enough, this technology is a technology that we can interact with. It's true that it's a black box, we can't see inside, but it's also true that we can basically connect things to it in a way and make it work in the way that we want. Most of the time, okay. How does it work? So basically what we give to the AI, we give an identity, a job description. So you AI, you'll be my augmentor, and we give a philosophy, we give our data, we give, by data means my creative DNA, means how I work and so on, and my values and all those elements. We give the protocols, telling exactly how AI should work with me. And while I give memory, so AI can save and the lesson learned, the process and so on. This to build, you can build it in a day, and actually there is you can use my system that is free. There's a link in the description. It's called the ResonantOS, and help you build, give you the skeleton that you can use to build to customize your AI. So it's an amazing starting point. But this process is not something I've done, now it's sorted. No, you're done and then you need to work on it, okay? And this is part of the compounding that we're going to talk at the end. But basically, the compounding is keep building this AI, keep improving, keep adding protocols, keep fine-tuning those protocols and so on. This is something that you can do in the sense that no coding needed. You can go in your ChatGPT, on your Gemini, and create a custom gem, a custom GPT, and use those elements that are present in the link below and build your custom AI. Learn, become good at this, because AI can augment us. Let's be augmented by AI, but in our terms. Okay, so custom AI, it's the way to go. The general AI, the general ChatGPT that you use, that one is dangerous. That one should be avoided. Okay, don't use it as default. Okay, that AI is not working for you, and it's not gonna be good and for you if you use it. Okay, so that was the AI. Let's talk about building trust. That is the second element. Which is extremely important. So building trust is it has to be seen in two ways. Okay, so building trust it's something that you do in your networking. Okay, you build trust within your circle. Why do we need this? We need, first of all, because we are going into a scenario where things are going to become difficult. Okay, the moment that people will be fired more and more, the moment that people can be replaced by AI, that is a moment of that is scary for a lot of people. We are connected. Our survival is connected to the money that we need to actually pay for the rent, food, or whatever. and we can make this money only by working. So the moment that we can replace by AI, we are out of work, and that is a scary moment. Okay, building trust, having a community, so having a proper networking means that we are not alone in that moment. Okay, we shouldn't be alone. That is a scary moment, and so it's something that is needed for our for the human side, but also it's something that is needed for the survival, the business aspect. Okay, so having a community of that trust and leverage each other, that can help and support each other, means that you can build an economy itself. To simplify, there is other blog post, there is the resonant economy about this. But before we go there, think about even just on the basics. Okay, so you now are part of a community, you are part of something, and you grow your trust, so people start trusting you. So when you have trust means you have more opportunity. When you have a larger network means you have more opportunity. So what we need to do in this 1 year and a half is to build a kind of community, become kind of relevant. So if you are on LinkedIn, build a network that people can, people give value to what you say, what you do. So I know it's still confusing, but think maybe it's much easier if I think about, look at me. I'm on YouTube, I'm building, I have people that start following, people that commenting, people that connect with me, send me emails, so on. I have a community of those AI architects, people that build custom AI. If you want one of them, link in the description, you can join. Okay, this is on Discord and so on. So what I'm doing is, I'm not building something, a group of people to sell something. Okay, with this, that would be the extraction economy. Okay, like going on social network, they extract your data, they sell your product, they extract your money basically, and that is the idea of extraction. And there's no a building trust. A community is something that we work together, we share our idea, we do all those things, we learn from each other. But also we are building, let's talk about me. I'm building on YouTube, and somehow I become a kind of, how do you call it, this light, for the boat, the I can't remember. Anyway, this lighthouse, I think it's called. So this this lighthouse that attract people that are like-minded, the people that wants to work on this, so like and subscribe, and the people that wants to be part of this. Okay, so I'm there sharing this idea. So I build my network, and it's growing. In the future, we're gonna need, when when this AI is capable of automating, it's going to be able to be trusted and automate some serious work to a level that it can replace human. What we need to do is actually leverage on that technology. Okay, leverage on that technology means we need to build a business with that technology, because sooner or later, any corporation will replace any single human, as many humans as they can. So instead of waiting for them to do it, okay, let's build something with that technology. Why we need to do it? So I don't want to push to do it as soon as possible, but the secret is the people that start earlier, they are in the better position. So we are getting ready for the moment. So when the moment arrives, we are in a better position to start with this. So a community means you find the people to build together. Okay, you might find investors, you might find people that are interested in your product or services, and you find people to learn from, but also you give back to people. Okay, because that's how you build trust. You help people to grow and teach and share idea and discover things together. So now we are in a moment that, like I said, this is the quiet moment. But it's the moment, in this moment that is quiet, the people that are here, the people you're watching, we are the pioneers. Okay, the people that experiment with this technology before it's mature, before it's ready actually to do the work. We as a pioneer, we need to go out of this idea that there are I mean, we know, if you're a pioneer, you know, okay, you know that the fact that there is no such a thing as an expert, there is no such a thing as this is the right way to do things. Okay, a moment of discovery means we don't know what is the right things to do, and nobody is an expert about anything, because we didn't have the time, the technology is not ready to actually become an expert. Okay, the technology is so new that it changes all the time, that you might be good at it, you might be build something, you have a lot of experience on that specific path, but you haven't done anything on some other path. Okay, because most of the paths still need to be discovered, so we don't know. So as an explorer, we need to understand that this is a place that need to be investigated and understood, and this diversity of the community, and having these people that you can trust, so people can explore some specific paths. Okay, and each one is going to learn something, and in the community we can share. So this is what I'm doing. I'm sharing my point of view. Okay, I share my experience here. And in the community on Discord, again, link in the description, there is possible to share and look at other people work and so on. So this building trust means building a community that you can leverage, and in when the times arrive. And again, it's not a community of extraction. Don't think in those terms like everybody's talking about. Okay, most of the YouTube channel, most of the social network, most of the people that are really active, it's unfortunately they are inside this culture of extraction. Okay, not all of them, not all the time, and it's never black and white. Okay, there's an element of extraction, but there is also an element of giving back. Okay, or they always go together. But we've been built in the social network itself are built in a way that push us to extract. Okay, when you see that it's all about likes, it's all about the amount of followers you have and so on. That is the metrics of extraction. It's not a metrics of trust. Okay, there's nothing there that is trust. Okay, it's so. Let's go to the last point, that is compounding. So I call it compounding. In reality, it's a compounding of a lot of different things. Okay, it's not one single compounding. So to be ready for that moment, we need to compound on, for example, on how we customize this AI. But also we need to start saving money. We need money. In that moment, we will need money. Okay, so the idea is we should invest and keep investing. Okay, this keep investing is the compounding process. We have 1 year and a half. Okay, if you're lucky, 2 years. If you're extremely likely, 3 years. Okay, that means we are not gonna have 3 years. Okay, but the idea is, okay, in 1 year and a half is gonna happen. Then it's not gonna change the day in 1 day. Okay, the world in 1 day. What is gonna it's gonna take time. Okay, but while it's changing time, we still do the compounding. We're still doing the work. So saving money means that you have the moment that you might get fired, or you have a business and you want to invest on it, the moment that you need to maybe you have a business, you leverage AI, but now you need to be discovered, because there's going to be an explosion of businesses that are gonna happen. Therefore, you need money maybe to promote, but you also been compounding on your building your community. Okay, so every action you do, you build a trust. Okay, every action you do, enlarge your community and so on. So if you think about marketing, having a community means that you have already a large pool of people that is willing to help you out. Okay, and help can be simple, like supporting, sharing, listening, and whatever action they can do to help with your business, but they also might be interested in your product and service. So they might become community members, but also people that can be customers. Okay, so this compounding, it's a must do it. Okay, so remember the curve is low. So to be able to be in a good position in 1.5 years means you need to do a lot of work. Okay, and I started this YouTube channel something like 7 months ago. I see the compounding. Okay, so the channel is growing, and so the event is happening, and I also see, because you can see the statistic of other YouTuber. You can see that actually this website, even though it's small, and you say, okay, this is 600 and something people are subscribed to this channel, but which is small, but I can see that it's growing, and I can also see that it's actually performing better than other people doing in the same amount of time. So on one side, it's okay. I go it's completely unstable. Okay, on one side I see some video that perform well in the and well, it's still a small number. Okay, but in the thousands of views, and some video that stay in hundreds of views. Okay, some people, some video don't even get to, you know, to 100 views. So it's completely unstable, and that is how it is at the beginning. But the trend, if you zoom out, you see the trend. The trend is yeah, it's going up, and it's working. So the idea is, it takes time. Okay, so it takes a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of effort, and it's not easy. And think about that the people that make it went through this. So if they are where they are, it's because they didn't stop. So the challenge here is trust the system and say, okay, so trust in this case is, okay, I'm the person to trust. Manolo is saying that it's Manolo is saying that it's gonna take time, but it's growing. Okay, it's happening. So you do the same. Okay, trust the system. You keep compounding, and then you will see the growth. That's what I wanted to say in this video. We need to prepare for this moment, and it's gonna be a difficult one for several reasons, and but we don't need to do it on our own. We can do it together. We can share ideas and help each other, and control. You might have different idea, okay, of on the timeline, or what is the best strategy on what to do, and whatever. Okay, so the discussion is what help grow. Okay, it's not gonna be that we have all the same ideas. We're gonna have different ideas, and we need to embrace this diversity, because that is our strength. While ChatGPT, sorry, OpenAI, Gemini, all of them, okay, they are pushing their monoculture AI. Okay, one single AI that can do everything. Okay, what we can build is this multicultural AI. Is each one, instead of the mono AI, is the multi AI. Okay, so we are gonna have as a community a lot of different AI. Each one of us is gonna build a different one, and different for it's not just about for what the AI can do, but how that AI can do things, how the AI thinking, reasoning, and so on. That is the beauty. Okay, that is our power. That is what we should leverage, because it has much more value than this monoculture AI. And you will see, this become extremely clear at the moment that you start building your custom AI. You will see that your custom version of their generic tool is so much more powerful than theirs, and it's so much more better in augmenting your ability. And you will shift from see an AI that is trying to colonialize basically your brain, to an AI that is actually helping you to stay steady on your path. It's if you haven't done it, start today. It's big, it's huge. All right, so thanks for staying until the end. Remember, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Ciao.